Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Well, chat, here we are on Mega Random. This is quite a map. We have
Quite the map.
ourselves.
Look how open this is, and look how far away the wood lines are. Let me point that out real quick before the game starts.
It's yeah, that's really, this is really giving us a treat here. This should be a good one, chat. Squeekyg in the gray as the Lithuanians, his favored sweat sieve versus Fish Speaker in red, playing as the Georgians. Recently, his favorite as well, on the ladder anyways.
Good save.
And we've got a gift from Mega Random here. Free market for either player.
Let me know your time, by the way.
So many more apples. 135 right now.
Okay.
You should be able to watch on Discord unless I like.
I am, but
it might
the
be
Discord stream is
too
very,
low bit
very
rate.
buggy. I can't read the time.
I might just stop streaming then if that's all right.
That's fine.
Save the bit rate for where it matters.
So
yeah, back to the wood lines and the map. You got a fun fact?
yeah, fun thing with the Georgians, for those who don't have the DLC, is they have a mule cart that can be moved around, and so the goal often, because it can't be house walled in very easily, is if you're in trouble in a specific area and being raided by something, you can easily move it to another one. The problem is with these wood lines where they are, moving it can be very obvious.
Yeah, very exposed. We're gonna need to see some like. There's like no potential unless there's zero aggression for the first 20 minutes of the game for like a full base wall or a full egg or anything.
Yeah.
We're gonna need to see small walls around the wood line. Nice little boar from Squeekyg there. And that's a lot harder to do with a mule cart. I think the tile that it is, you click on it here, you can see the little square, is impassable to units. So it counts kind of as like one blocker, but it's really hard to place that.
It's quite tanky too, especially early on. That
Yeah,
you can
300
get away
HP.
with a lot of like finagling of saving villagers by body blocking.
Yeah. That's probably pretty good if you have like a man-at-arms rush or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not gonna have like a lumber camp to help aid you in building like any walls around here. And you got this big boy to try to fit inside of whatever bubble you make for that wood line. If we see any walls, there could just be like you were saying, some attempts to pull it back if there's any kind of aggression. Although it is a really long way. As far as the evenness of this generation here, there's back gold and stone for Squeaky, as well as some forward. And we've got a lot of res in the back for red. A little house, but you're on it. Though I think the wood lines are a little further for red. And there's only one in the back there, so it's fairly even, I think, as far as the map
I'd say
goes.
so.
Relics also not too bad. Looks like we have 4 relics, unless I'm blind.
Unfortunately, too, this is mega random, so we don't know what the map looks like. We don't know it's
True.
as open as it is.
This is true. So I mean, yeah, you start a mega random game, who knows what you're gonna get. We'll see more of that later too. Spoiler alert. But right now, you guys are just like, I think I remember we were all in a call together while you were playing.
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
We were a little bit astounded as to how much open plains there were.
I didn't really want to play on Arabia. I banned it for a reason.
You want to, yeah. Well, this is even more open than most Arabia generations. But as far as playstyles goes, I would argue favors Squeekyg a little bit. Although it kind of depends if he gets another house up. There it is, already on it. These guys play online all the time. We're hooked on age now. We got a little bit of low elo experience behind us.
So not much in terms of economy difference here.
Yeah, not bad. Quite even so far. Idle TC time, not too terrible.
And I've moved. I started with the backwood over here, but I have moved them up further Because I believe this wood line is closer to my TC than that back one, and I don't want to be raided in the back where I can't help them.
Interesting. Yeah. It's a hard one to balance here. You go for the second wood line here too. Okay. Alright. But I think this, in terms of playstyle, favors Squeekyg a little bit. He's been a bit more of a scout rusher.
And certainly with the latest, I believe. I mean, they're just better up front, right?
Than the Manaspa?
Than Manaspa, purely because you need to mass Manaspa.
They're about the same. It just really depends on how many relics the Lithuanian player gets.
True,
early.
true.
They have very similar stats.
I believe they're tankier up front, though, if I'm not mistaken.
One of the two is a heavy cav. I think it's Manaspa.
They are. Yeah,
latest or light cav or lighter. I don't know. They both come out of the castle. I don't know what the training time difference is. Georgians are very new, but it seems like every time we play, I look over and you have 1,500 of them. So.
Well, they're very cheap. That's the when I can get them, I get a lot of them.
That's the beauty of it. Okay. Got some early formations of walls from Squeeky, and he has found one of these wood lines. Also, Fish Speaker working on some house walling. But
trying to, yeah. But
no loom yet here.
Don't have loom, and so
just almost the time you would expect it to be clicked. So good timing on that from Ray. And he's just gonna run through. Not gonna be able to beat 3 bills. Fish Speaker going for the same, but Gray actually does have loom already. So
yeah, he got loom quite early, and
he's
much faster feudal than me. This is typical though for what I do. I usually like to go more vills in dark, and then try to get castle as quickly as possible after feudal.
More of a fast castle approach. So we keep going for the ostrich mill. Do you think ostrich tastes? Do you think the villagers enjoy eating an ostrich?
You know?
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I mean, I'm sure there's quite a bit of meat on them too. You can get a lot of mileage off of one ostrich.
We don't have to worry about any kind of ethical concerns in any. I don't know. Are ostrich endangered? Probably not. No, there's plenty of ostrich out there. So now, with feudal age being in for Squeeky, that allows him to build the stable, and it's pretty much what we were expecting to see. That was what I was expecting to see from the Lithuanians from Squeekyg. Scout rush incoming. Also going for the blacksmith, so definitely committing to this feudal age play. He's probably gonna get at least forging there. Make those scouts feel like they have a little more punch.
Yeah, I would imagine so. I've unfortunately had about double the idle TC time. That's just a problem with Georgian, quite honestly, that I need to fix, but I should be further ahead Vil-wise with his age up timing, but I'm still about equal. Actually, less than equal.
Yeah, it looks like that TC time catching up. I mean, now it'll be exactly even if you were both at 0 idle TC time, because you both spent the same amount of time in feudal. The benefit of waiting is you'll get more villagers out earlier, so theoretically the res collected would be higher. But a little bit of a villager difference, and maybe the walking across the map with the meal carts, cool as it is, might lower the efficiency a little bit. Worker efficiency looking pretty good for red there. So we want to keep an eye out for those blacksmith upgrades for gray. He is queuing scout cav.
I've also not made the mistake of just now seeing that I don't have double bit axe or horse collar.
Oh yeah, this many farms without horse collar hurts a little bit. They will run out faster. I think we probably overvalue horse collar a little bit. Like, you can do a super optimize, like save the resources from that, right? What is it? Cost gold, whatnot. So you can not take it, get to Castle Age, and then deal with the consequences of your actions at that point. By using the gold in a different order. But definitely gonna be a little more painful on the wood front. Squeekyg going for a
scouts running around.
big wall on his left side.
Yes.
And he has a bunch of scouts just all split up, like not
probably
massed
looking
together at
for
all.
extra bases, I would imagine.
Just trying to make sure he knows what's going on around the entire map here. What's the scouting like for that? Okay, we got 3 of them all together now. And actually he's going for the armor first. I think he's maybe anticipating spearmen from red. Or just wants to not die to Vil fighting, I'm not sure.
He told me after the game he was confused as well. I guess I'll just let the game play out. But
fair.
I don't have a barracks right now.
The mill farms at this stage are a little bit exposed. I would say just double layer around the TC before even going out around the mill like that. But we've got some Vils going down to the light cav. Are they light cav? Scout cavalry still.
He has about close to 10 Vils over mine with the kills that he's currently gotten.
The good news for Fish Speaker, of course, being that he is over halfway to Castle Age, so could potentially, I mean, does even have enough stone. He knows what he's doing, this guy. He has enough stone for a castle, or could potentially drop a couple town centers, like in key areas to protect them and rebound on the Vil count. So we'll see how that goes. I'm expecting a castle into Manaspa to try to get that mass.
That's the goal.
Squeaky
and
almost fully walled, not quite yet, but
trying to house walls as well the wood to ensure the safety, because I'm aware of Squeaky's playstyle and trying to stop this.
Just comes a little too late
and
to mitigate
it is a
all
little
the
too late
damage.
though. Yeah.
He's just gonna pick off some bills. Now, Squeaky does have a lot of gold, I guess. He has been only making scouts, which cost food, so he's a little low on food. Might be able to buy his way to castle right now, but also probably not really thinking about that. He's got 9 eco kills. Force the garrison there, and all these farms are now kind of in no man's land. Another villager gonna go down on the gold. And it's just really hard to play from this position if you're red, honestly. He's gonna kill our mule cart boy.
Oh, I wasn't watching it, unfortunately, but it's quite tanky, surprisingly.
He gets in the TC. Yeah, these mule carts can also garrison the town center and in fortified churches and whatnot as well. So looks like just gonna be able to continue to find value with these 5 scouts. And he is saving for castle now, about to click it, I would think, in a few seconds. Once that last couple of food drop-offs come in. Still, Squeaky is open on the front a little bit, but all of the attention is in red space, so not really something you need to worry about if you're the one.
He is about to break down the house as well, opening up the final wood line that I have access to. I've tried to put a fortified church down in a way that I can enter it, but he can't get through, but there's a hole here.
There is a hole right there. You can repair that house, maybe worth it. I guess there's only 25 wood right now, but there is a castle now for Fish Speaker. Squeaky does not see that. He's busy killing more mule carts, that monster. So that will go up, and it will protect some farms and some stone. I guess maybe for more castles.
Quite honestly, not the best place for it. I just wanted to make sure I got it down so that he couldn't just stop me from building the castle.
Fair enough. Fortified church and saves 2 vills. One goes down there on the wood line, but it's better than nothing. And he did actually find the castle before it's up, but it will complete. Just some damage being done in the meantime. Gonna look for that garrison. There it is. Just a lot of value out of. Well, I guess we'll see at the end of the game. 10 scouts. Fish speaker down to 15 bills. We've got a little bit of a theme going here. These last two games. Player rushes Castle Age, but doesn't keep up with the economy or the army.
Yeah.
Just,
And I probably could have kept going here. I just knew that there was more scouts along the way. I was assuming, and I didn't think I could keep up economy-wise.
Yeah, with these resources, you might be able to push it back, but I think 15 to 42 villager count is pretty rough to come back from.
Yeah.
You're gonna need Gray to mess up somehow in order to come back in this one. But GG to both. Love to see these matches being played. People putting themselves out there for the content. And one thing that we always like to look at is resources collected. Not as far apart as you would maybe expect. Around the 15-minute mark, it starts to diverge a little bit on worker time. And yeah, so that was a best of one. I guess we could make that Gray 1-0. Squeekyg unlocks the ability to challenge up to the A League if he so chooses after this. Also, who was the challenger there? Squeaky. So he gets 2 points from that one.
Yes. Honestly, with all the games that I've played, I'm not entirely sure who the challengers are, just because it was sort of a mutual anyone want to play sort of thing.
Yeah, usually that's a good thing to mention. Usually that ends up being whoever is saying anybody want to play.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of have to make the final decision on that.
This game against Squeaky, I was sort of told to play. So I would say he's probably the challenger, just because he was more interested in challenging me than I was him.
Yeah.